Hey guys, Snowman here with you again. Attempted to take a video on these three boxes with my little digital HD $30 Walmart special little crap box of a camera, and not only was it creating corrupted files for God's only know what reason, but the damn thing kept running out of battery, and since it doesn't have a plug-in option, I'm back to the old Sony tape camera. So yeah, you're gonna hear this every now and then if I get the microphone too close to the camera, so bear with the low resolution and the mechanical noise, because I think 360p is about the best I'm gonna get out of this. In a world of 1080 and above, that's just laughable, but at least I can bring you guys a video. So this first box that I've been hyping up quite a bit, and let me screw with the camera to get you closer. Try to do it without dumping the camera on the floor. This guy right here, that is way too shiny. That's interesting. Let's see. Take away the light a little bit. There we go, that's a little better. This is funny, I'm using the light on a mechanical arm that's on my scroll saw to light my video, so hey, there you go. Second use for wood shop supplies, right? So anyways, this video, yeah, I can speak, I really can. I will get this right. I will, I promise. So anyways, this box here, the oval box that I've been talking about, it's a Steve Good design, and but my father and I took it one step further by adding the layers of birch plywood to give it a nice banded effect, and we did the lid and the floor out of solid oak, so that came out nice and clean, and everything's sanded together so beautifully. Now the neodymium or rare earth magnet setup that the lid has in the original design is one at each end, or a pair of them at each end actually, because you have one in the box and you have one in the lid here, and you get that nice satisfying, so you know it's together. Now my father took the design one step further and decided to go with a button-headed dowel, which is actually a wheel axle pin for wooden toys, but I call it a dowel because most people know what a dowel is instead of calling it an axle pin. Anyways, long story short, this is the scissor effect I was telling you about, so you can actually leave the lid attached to the box. Now granted, this pin is not cut to length yet, so the lid is very loose and flopping around, but you have full access to the inside of the box here, even with the lid still attached. So it's a really nice design that my father came up with. And then there you go, everything's hunky-dory. So that's it on that one. It still needs some finish sanding, and it needs to be clear coated with a nice lacquer. And that's my father's department, because I use spray lacquer, and for some reason I end up with something that resembles a clear orange peel. So yeah, go figure. Now this guy here, the ribbon box, this one is completely done. My father did a beautiful job of attaching all the pieces I cut out. Now there we go. You really can get a nice look at the sapwood mixed in with the walnut. This is all one solid piece of wood. I mean, there are no seams at the corners. This literally was cut out of a solid piece of wood on the scroll saw, as was the base. Now the lid, oops, let me line this up properly, and I didn't. Okay, there we go. So, and these little pieces here are just a continuity piece, so it makes it look more like a ribbon wrap box when everything's closed. Also, we've been signing and dating the pieces so people know how long the pieces have been around for. My only part of this entire box was literally just cutting out the bow, so I had a small amount of work to do in the box, but my father did a great job putting a nice finish on this box. Now, oh, I almost forgot. And just to give things a soft surface to land on, my father did a velvet floor to both of these boxes. Now, this heart-shaped box is the same type of design where the lid fits over the box. Now, these two hearts were actually cut out just as the two squares in this box here were cut out of the same piece of walnut, roughly an inch thick piece of walnut, actually probably closer to 3/4, but anyways, the inner piece was cut out of the outer lid piece so that you know that they're going to fit together, because it was one continuous blade cut all the way around, or all the way around the inside of the box. So also using the oak on the lid, and yes, that's my fault. I put the grain the wrong direction on the base, so of course you have the grain going one direction on the lid and another direction on the bottom, but you know, kind of gives it character. Same black velvet floor, and I'm so happy with how this lid came out, because this lid, as I mentioned in a previous video, had a very cheesy beam mine on it, and my father added this center design, and I added these two pieces on either side of it, just kind of hand drew them into the original design, so that gives it a cleaner look. It doesn't look as cheesy as a piece of of candy. So that's done. But anyways, so hopefully this video is clear enough to see, because I haven't used this old camera in a while. But that's where the boxes are so far. No idea what I'm going to be doing for my next project, so I'm going to continue on that Fancy Bird fretwork that I showed a couple videos ago. And as always, guys, more to come.